One other thing I want to bring up about the Patriots, not Belichick, but the current regime, and maybe how far we've fallen since Bill Belichick left, is what Alex Van Pelt said just yesterday, actually, talking about Marcus Jones. So 1 second on that. Marcus Jones got a couple of snaps on offense last week. Not to the surprise of Patriots fans, but apparently to the surprise of Patriots coaching staffers. Apparently, it surprised their OC, Alex Van Pelt, that he can play offense, because we have seen Marcus Jones run some gadget plays the last few years. We've seen him run touchdown plays on offense. He's a hell of a punt returner, one of the best in the league. He's a good enough corner to stay on the field, and he was lethal in those offensive packages. And yet, Alex Van Pelt didn't know that he plays offense. We're going to play this clip for you. There are some things on the screen. That was the only video I could find, so I couldn't get rid of them. But apparently Alex Van Pelt did not know that Marcus Jones could be utilized that way.
Because he called and asked. That's seriously, he did. I got a text from Marcus Jones, and I'm going back in my mind like, Marcus would just come and talk to me in the building, I would think. So I was Googling Marcus Jones's, and there was a guy that came through Green Bay for a cup of coffee. I'm like, why would he be texting me? And then one of our coaches came and said, Marcus is trying to get a hold of you. So watched 19 plays of his that he's done here as an offensive player. He obviously brings a lot of juice, tremendous ball carrier, speed, his ability to see the field. So, try to find some plays just to get our guys in the best position to make plays, and felt like he would give us a little spark there. We'll see how it goes moving forward.
Two quick things on that. When did he text you? And then what did you do next once you realized it was Marcus?
I grabbed him at practice. Yeah, he texted me late in the week before, and it was too late to get anything into that game plan. So I grabbed him late in that week and said we'd have some stuff up for you next week. But I always want guys that are self-starters and want to be a part of it. So I was really appreciative for him to, offer his duties up to us on the offensive side.
November, the offensive coordinator finds out that one of his defensive players can play offense and has played offense for this team. How long has Alex Van Pelt been here? 9 months? And he just found out who Marcus Jones was? Like, I know you're an offensive coordinator. You're not working on the defensive side, but he plays almost every down on defense, and he returns punts for you. And you didn't even know who he was? You had to Google who Marcus Jones was? What the hell is that? Like, what happened to this organization? You go from a guy before in Bill Belichick who is known like every player that's ever played in the league and their stats and what they're able to do, what different packages they can play in. No stone was left unturned. And I get it. It's unfair to compare coaches to Bill Belichick. He's the greatest. But is it too much to ask that you know the players on the team? Like, are we serious with that? Marcus Jones is trying to get a hold of him, and he has to look up who that is? He's scored touchdowns on offense for this team. And like, what? And how does Gerard Mayo, the head coach, at no point in this whole time say, hey, I got this guy Marcus on defense. You know him? Marcus Jones. He went to UH. Pretty good player, good punt returner. He's the one that sets you up at that good field position. Yeah, we've actually run some plays with him on offense the last few years. He scored touchdowns. How does the head coach not get in Alex Van Pelt's ear at some point in training camp? At some point when this offense was the worst in the league and had less explosive plays than anybody in the NFL, how does that head coach not say, hey, why don't we try Marcus Jones on some packages? Because he scored for us in the past. Like, now we laugh it up. I just learned who this guy was last week. What a joke. Are you kidding? Like, think about that on surface level. That's incredible. That is incredibly incompetent. Incredible. For as bad as this offense was, especially in the early part of the season, nobody went to Alex Van Pelt and was like, hey, we could try Marcus here. Why don't we try some plays for Marcus? He's run offense for us before. Like, what this program, this franchise is just becoming a joke, like a punchline. This, again, I've said this so many times this year, but this franchise is becoming the same ones we laughed at for years and years and years. And I also say none of it matters if the quarterback is good. And I'm sticking with that. Drake May is good. he is going to give you a chance to rebuild pretty quickly here. But A, I don't trust the GM right now and what they're going to put around him. And B, how can I trust this coaching staff after hearing that? Drake May is going to be good, but are you even going to know what players you can use around him? Are you even going to know your personnel? He didn't know who Marcus Jones was. He thought it was some guy who played for the Packers. Like, what? Did he watch no film on this team over the last few years or even look at who they drafted or anything? And what also bugs me about this is we go back to the Belichick example. Belichick loves stealing ideas from other teams, right? As all good coaches do. Packages and formations and the way they utilize their skill. Like offensive coordinators should be looking at other offenses throughout the league. And in Cleveland, when he's got to run through all these different quarterbacks, he's not saying, ooh, they have got a speedster guy in New England that is actually a corner. They're using him on offense. You know, we've got a guy like that here. Why don't we utilize something like that? Nope. Doesn't even know who he is. Like, is this not insane? This should be the number one football story in America right now, that the offensive coordinator didn't know this guy actually plays some offense. What team is this? What franchise is this?
We are Rogue Media Sports.